Spin bikes, an exercise sensation that's taken the world by storm. They're everywhere, from gentrified Brooklyn to the Hollywood Hills. In a made-up list I just created, they ranked number 1 in all new age workouts. But unlike their primitive cousins, there's a very high barrier for entry. A name brand spin bike runs upwards of $1,500. So when a company DM'd me on Twitter asking if I could review their model, I said, "Hello, I would love to try out your product." While I waited for my package to arrive, I figured I would do a little research on the company. The Yisol Smart Connected Spin Bike is, as far as I can tell, produced by Xiaomi, a Chinese electronics company which is no longer blacklisted by the US government. So I guess that's good. It retails for $599, but seems to be in some type of perpetual sale. Either way, it's got some good reviews. The doorman said, there's a package waiting for you. And this is what we got. It was packaged pretty well, however I will say anyone who uses styrofoam deserves to burn in hell, or at least be subject to the sound it makes whenever you touch it. Alright, we're not going to draw out the stupid unboxing montage more than it needs to be, but we are going to time how long it takes to actually build it.
Look at that form. With stuff like this, they should just ship you an employee for the day that builds it for you. Oh yeah, you're done already. That's really easy.
There it is. Alright. Boom. 15 minutes, 17 seconds, and 92 100ths of a second. Which, if I'm honest, is pretty fast. Now the only question was, where would I put it? The people over at Peloton seem to think a great place is right in the middle of your living room, or in a window to make everyone on the sidewalk feel poor. Personally, I looked at a couple spots for mine. In the nook to look down Park Avenue. In the bathroom, because when you gotta go, you're really not going anywhere. And of course, in the elevator. The bike was put together, but now came the hard part. Connecting the software. The first step was downloading their app, which was easily accessible from a QR code. Then created an account, took a selfie, and set my profile. After completing these rather pedestrian tasks, I went on to something much more difficult. Pairing Bluetooth. Which, to my absolute surprise, happened almost immediately. It's actually working, it worked! That was the easiest Bluetooth pair in my life. That's unbelievable. And then, the heart rate monitor paired instantly. I think this is it. Oh, it worked! What? Yes, I was actually that surprised that I got the Bluetooth to work. Unfortunately, upon trying it again, it was almost impossible. Connection failed. I did get everything to work in unison once, but having to pedal the bike to get Bluetooth to turn on is a massive pain. It's a workout getting the thing to even connect. I also want to take a second to talk about this lady who yells at you while you ride your bike. Alright, well maybe she's not that bad, but what's the deal with all these spin bike companies having an over-the-top hype man lead every class?
The battle against obesity is here now! Let's run!
You know, all this actually reminds me of the greatest hype man of all time. Carlos Matos was a man from New York City who tragically fell for the BitConnect scam in 2017. Carlos, I don't know if you need a new job or maybe a hobby, but given your energy and enthusiasm, what am I gonna do? Maybe consider SoulCycle instructor? Anyway, after about 10 minutes of trying, I finally got the thing to work again, and it was time for my test ride. I spent 30 minutes on this thing, and it was absolutely exhausting. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm panting louder than Tony Soprano. First of all, design. The design on this is good for what it is, which is how I'm going to give my review on it, but all of these things are hideous. They're fine as far as gym equipment goes, but you just don't want this in your house. That being said, design-wise, it's pretty nice. It's black, it's sleek. For that reason, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It's not bad looking. All right, moving on to my next category, durability. It seems very stable. It seems well put together. It doesn't rock or shake at all. It feels well built. The pedals are nice and smooth. All the locking mechanisms to put everything together work well. I know this isn't really something you can judge until you've rode 50 times or so, but first impressions are that it'll last a long time. Durability, I'd give it like a 9 out of 10. Next up, ease of use. I hate Bluetooth. All right, I don't hate Bluetooth, I just think that it doesnit work as well as it should. My biggest problem with this bike by far is that you can't sync with the app and use wireless headphones at the same time. It does work with a 3.5mm headphone jack or whatever your device's equivalent may be, but personally I find that wire annoying. As far as the bike itself goes, everything adjusts very easily. This difficulty knob works very well. Taking into consideration the physical product and all the tech elements that you get with it, I would say that ease of use is another 7 out of 10. Those all cumulatively come together for a score of 8 out of 10. At the end of the day, I think it's a pretty good product, but it's just not for me. You see, I just don't like in-home bikes. They take up space, they look ugly next to your mid-century modern furniture, and they aren't all that fun to ride. I much prefer riding real bikes through the city or countryside or wherever it may be. It doesn't matter how much an instructor yells at me, it's never going to be as motivating as actually going somewhere. One of the biggest criticisms I hear about regular bikes is that they're always getting stolen. Well, my roommate and I tested this, and the Yeesol S3 can be heisted from any regular apartment in under 30 seconds. But I don't know, as always it's up to your own personal preference, and if you want something like the Peloton for a quarter of the price that also doubles as a knife sharpener, you can't really go wrong. Thanks for watching.